Back to the show. Undefeated Bills are underdogs in Baltimore Sunday night, where the MVP favorite faces the reigning MVP. Here's Josh Allen on Lamar. Take a listen.
One, he's an inspiration to a lot of people in this country. The way that he plays the game, the doubters that he had coming out and asking to switch positions early on, and then for him to show the resiliency and the work ethic and the attitude to go forward and win 2 MVPs. You know, guys around the league, they see that. He's really changed the way that I think guys play the game. But make no mistake about it, he can throw the snot out of the football.
Here's Josh and Lamar head-to-head. Josh has got 2 wins. Lamar has 1. So under 200 yards, total yards per game for Lamar, and a decent amount of turnovers for both guys.
Josh is an awful passer rating.
Yeah,
for both.
it's just kind of a defensive battle.
Their one playoff game was 17-3. Neither one of them played that well.
Yeah.
That's a weird.
All right, so for you, which QB do you trust more?
I mean, look, obviously Josh is having the better season right now. He's playing phenomenal. But I'm going to go with Lamar, because to me, the only questions about Lamar is the playoffs. Like, regular season, the dude is great. And obviously he doesn't throw it like Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that. But as far as effectiveness in the regular season, he's great. So is Josh. But Josh, we have more questions than just, is he ever going to win a Super Bowl or win the AFC? It's, is he going to revert to being reckless?
Yep.
And even though he started off great, we've seen him start off seasons great, maybe even greater than this, and then still have those moments. Lamar's not really reckless. Now, he'll make some turnovers here and there, but he's not reckless, doesn't make the boneheaded, what was he thinking type plays. He may miss a pass, obviously, we saw against the Chiefs, but he's not going to just have these ridiculous turnovers. And these stats, I kind of call them the reliability stats maybe. They're very close, but Lamar does have Embiid in, touchdown percentage, interception percentage. I put those up there because I do think Josh is a better passer, but Lamar is more accurate, if you'd say, passer
more
rating.
Efficient.
Yeah, more efficient. That's a good word. And, so you see there, he hadn't even fumbled his
number shocks the audience.
Oh, yeah.
For their careers. I think that Lamar's passer rating is 5 points for his career. That's the whole sample.
Yep.
I think that probably shocks the audience. Go ahead, Greg.
Look, I like both of these guys. I think stylistically, they're similar in ways, but very different as well, which is strange. But I got to go with Josh. Like, I'm as much as I love Lamar and what he represents, leadership, all the things, if I am trying to win, and it's a very important game, I don't know if I can count on Lamar to be special the way that he is special in these regular season games.
So you're saying more a playoff.
That's what truly matters. If I need you to show up in the most important point, in the most important spots, I need you to be who you've always been, and Lamar tends to not be that. Josh Allen, albeit reckless, even in his recklessness, he's going to give you something special. He's going to have some highs. He might take you on the greatest roller coaster ride ever, but you're going to be
playing my song.
Absolutely, but you're going to be there.
So, right, and that's not Lamar.
But no, that's not Lamar. And also, so I trust Lamar more. I fear Josh more. This graphic to me is nerve-wracking for the Bills, because we haven't had a big drop in quite some time.
That's exactly right.
And so, I mean, he has played clean, almost flawless. Game 2, he didn't really have to do anything, but it was totally efficient football. You do fear that's coming. And it's been 4 weeks, so this will change. But up to this moment of the season, Wilds, this is game of the year. Up to this point in the season, this is in my opinion,
bigger than the Chiefs.
Yes,
Ravens?
bigger than Chiefs Ravens, because the stakes for that for one team were kind of non-existent. There were no real stakes for the Chiefs in that game.
Bengals, Chiefs?
No real stakes for the Chiefs in that game either. Because they had just beaten the Ravens. This game, let's just go through it. Baltimore wins, then they've steadied. people are like, they probably should be 3-1. Some folks would be like, well, actually, they could be 4-0. They're back to being, in my opinion, number 2 with a bullet in the conference.
Yeah.
And Buffalo, you start to get real worried about in this regard quickly, because when you looked at their schedule to start the year, everyone knew first 3, last 3, you should take care of business, because that middle 10-11 is brutal. You get the Titans in there, sure, and we'll see what the Dolphins look like if Tua's back. But everything else is incredibly tough. Ravens, Texans, at the Jets, Seahawks, Colts, Chiefs, Niners, Rams, Lions. Like, we knew when the Bills' schedule came out, first 3, last 3 was where they could really make their money.
Yep.
Flip side, if Buffalo wins, they will be number 1 in everyone's facile power rankings, because how could they not be? They've beaten the Ravens, as if the Chiefs could ever do that. And Baltimore will find itself next week in a double must-win with Cincinnati. Both teams 1-3. Cincinnati hopes they're 1-3.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, well, if Cincinnati's not 1-3, then they're eliminated either way. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, this is such a swing game for the conference. In this spot, I do trust Lamar more for what Bruce said. I think I know what I'm getting. If you were to tell me one of these guys is going to have 5 touchdowns and 400 total yards, I would bet on Josh Allen, but I trust Lamar more.
Just quickly, Greg, and Nick, you touched on it. These are Josh Allen's last 5 games. He hasn't thrown an interception in 170 pass attempts. Does this make you think he's on the right track?
It does.
He's not going to throw an interception, or we're due for an interception?
It does. It really makes me believe he's on the right track.
On the right track.
And even in 2023, he started the season through 3 weeks. He had 5 turnovers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is drastic for the Buffalo Bills. This is why they are 3-0, because of the play of Josh Allen. I think this is consistent.
I just wonder, if I may, just quickly, how much of it is how much easier it is for him to ignore the devil on his shoulder, given who they were playing the first 3 weeks.
Sure.
Versus
Week 2 was
trying
easy.
to go blow for blow with Lamar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
feel like we're due.
Arizona had him. I mean, he's going to make some interceptions.
Of course.
He's going to
I
have
don't think it's going to be like what it was in the past, though.
Right.
All right, quickly, we're going to go around the horn here. Ravens are favored by almost field goal. I am taking, because as everybody knows, I'm a Lamar guy. Drew, what do you got?
I got the Ravens. Look, they're going to test Buffalo. We're going to see what Buffalo is, because the Ravens are great against the run. And I think they can force, that's what Buffalo's been doing, but they can force them to throw. So let's see what Josh does against them. And Buffalo hasn't been great against the run. So the Ravens are going to try to run on them with Henry and obviously Lamar and control the clock and things like that. So I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I got the Ravens as well.
Wow.
I mean, despite like some of your questions defensively, personnel-wise, they just match up really well. They got linebackers that can cover. James Cook out of the backfield. Obviously, Hamilton. You got those tight ends that Josh Allen loves to deal to. They got guys that can cover in the back end. I like this matchup for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I like Lamar's mentality right now. I also think Buffalo, it's hard it's not just the Cowboys that read the press clippings. I think every team's a little impacted by what's said about them. They're flying quite high. It'll be a clean sweep. We're all saying Baltimore. The Bills haven't been beaten by more than 7 or 8 points in like 3 years in the regular season.
Yeah.
It's an insane stat.
Wow.
I don't know why. I have a sneaky feeling like this could be Baltimore by 10.
Wow.
I don't know. And I'm not that high on Baltimore. It's just this game in particular.
This is when they
I
turn
feel
the
like
corner,
could
too.
be like Baltimore by 10.
So they're a little rusty in September. Turn the corner. It's Ravens time. Before we go, join Fox's support of recovery efforts following Hurricane Helene and help the Red Cross respond to this disaster. Visit redcross.org/foxforward or scan the QR code on your screen to learn more. Thank you very much, and we will be right back. Chiefs are 7-point road favorites against a banged-up Chargers squad Sunday afternoon. Mahomes talked about Travis Kelce's production. Take a listen.
I want to get him the ball more, whereas he's just like, I just want to win, man. I don't care. Like, I'll run these routes and take guys with me so that other guys can get open. But we understand he's an important part of this offense, and we want to make sure that we're still featuring him. But at the same time, if defenses are going to take away him, I feed the ball to other guys and let them make plays. But as the season goes on, if we continue to show that we're going to throw it to Rasheed and we're going to throw it to these other guys, they're going to make plays, teams are going to have to do those one-on-one matchups, and that's when Travis will eat.
I know he's on the record as saying, like, I can say a lot of nothing, of like media management. I think he's just said exactly what is going to happen right there, 100% the truth. Nevertheless,